all the ladies that have been working in this house, when they go for visa change like this, they don't come back. So why do you want to come back? Are they treating you well? I chop white rice with a tire. I can never encourage someone to be a nanny, except you say you can really not do any other thing. Now, when this guy said, if you know you're not coming back, go and bring your suitcase. The way I left that car, I went into the room and carried my suitcase, put it in the car. We went to the office, took my passport, he dropped me at the airport, and he was like, sister, bye-bye, go and look for your life. Yeah, no, he was sincere about it.
Definitely.
Because he said the boss is not treating his employees well, so they always run away.
I'll pick up the chunks from the beddings and take my bag. I couldn't afford a thing. There was a day I got stuck in Dubai. I did not have transport fare.
Oh my God.
I slept in
You slept in Union.
So without wasting time, I opened my boxes because I told you I came just with few pieces of dresses, and I start selling.
I passed through a lot of difficult times. The difficult time I wanted to come inside.
Right?
Yeah.
So I actually sent 3 million CFA for France. Yes. And they made me a 1-month visa.
I applied a lot. If you know what 8 months look like.
I've been for 17 years, my dear, without a job. Yes, where
So,
as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others the permission to do the same.
And UAE can be the best place for you if you want it to be the best place for you.
Yeah.
Because there is power in our tongue.
Definitely.
And most people are out here in the UAE and they keep complaining unnecessarily. You find someone that has only ordinary level. No, they are not taking any other courses.
Okay.
But yet, the way they complain.
Definitely.
Maybe they even have a job and they are taking even 2,500 dirhams.
Definitely.
But the way they will complain. So sometimes I ask myself, wait, were you expecting that you will leave your home country without any educational qualification and come and just land a job of 1 million? I don't understand. So if you know you're out there and you know you are not qualified educationally, you're not qualified mentally, you're not qualified physically, calm down and allow Jesus to use you. Well, see, calm down and allow Jesus to use you. See, sometimes, in fact, I've come to realize in life, it's not all about making millions.
Definitely.
Even if you have your 1,000 salary, what do you do with it? How do you manage it? If you realize the fact that you're always giving your family 300 dirhams every month, and it is instead pulling you backward, cut them even for 1 year.
Definitely.
Tell them it's not working. You want to build yourself. Now, you must not build yourself by you going back to school.
Definitely.
You can get into business.
Definitely.
You can get into any other thing. Like, search yourself within you. And always pray. I will always appreciate my father for one thing. I remember when we were growing up, he would always tell us, whenever you're praying, always ask God for wisdom. Wisdom is more than education. Let me say, wisdom is the education you need.
Yeah.
When you ask God for wisdom, even that your 1,000 dirhams, you will still have a running, flourishing business.
Yeah.
You will still have your family together.
Definitely.
You'll be successful.
Definitely.
So that is just it.
Definitely.
Yeah. So if you're out there, do not feel bad because you're not as educated as others. No. Maybe education was not even meant for you.
Okay.
Yeah. But there are other things you can explore and still excel in them.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
All right, so let's discuss the cost of living
in
Dubai, United Arab Emirates, because we have a lot of talk about that. People talk, it's expensive, it's this. Will you describe living here as expensive, reasonable, or affordable?
Well, Bengi's, the thing is, it depends on the category of person you fall under.
Yes.
Let me say, you cannot be someone that earns 50,000 dirhams.
Okay.
And you say UAE is costly. Though we'll still have people earning 50,000 dirhams who will still complain. Because they have, we say long throat. You want more. I know it's okay to want more.
Definitely.
But some people really do exaggerate it. Now, if you, let me say you're living a normal life and you're earning 50,000 dirhams, you're going to say UAE is affordable. When you're earning 1,000 and you're unable to take care of all your bills, you're going to say UAE is very, very difficult, very, very expensive. So it all depends on the category you fall under. But you asked me for me, right? Okay, but for me, I would say UAE is affordable and UAE is costly. UAE is affordable because as at now, I can afford to settle my bills without stress. And UAE is costly because the things I want, me to get long truth.
Okay.
The things I want, I'm not yet able to afford.
That drives me to the question. So
Yeah.
does it actually mean that it could be reasonable, affordable, as well as expensive due to people's personal choices?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you can be a person that can afford a normal life, but you want the life that is
The
full
lashes.
of luxury. And you know you cannot afford luxury.
Yeah.
You know, I have a colleague, her dream is to go to Atlantis. You know, there is this room in Atlantis that the walls are full of glasses and you see the fishes swimming.
Okay.
She wants to sleep in that room with her husband.
Okay.
But now that room is very, very expensive. She cannot afford it. So they have been saving for years now.
Okay.
So they can go and sleep in that room.
That's
So
crazy.
the day she said it, I was like, that night, is it going to change your life?
Yeah.
She has 2 maids in her house. She has just one child. She has just a son. But the things she wants. First, I was asking her, what are you doing with 2 maids?
In your own point of view, what makes it expensive? Is it the food or the rent?
I would say the rent.
Okay.
Because rents keep increasing every year.
Okay.
I don't understand. Whenever we go to renew, we realize they have added 2,000, 4,000. So the rents are really, really getting to something else because over the years they keep increasing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just believe because there's a population shift towards this side of the world, so that's why the rental. Definitely, it always has to come to that when people are trying to. There's an influx of people into a certain place. All right, so let's get to the saving. Do you think it's difficult saving while living in Dubai?
For me, I won't say it is difficult to save while living in Dubai. It boils down to your circle of friends and the people you listen to.
Okay.
Be it on social media or real life. Whether we like it or not, social media does influence people, and friends and family members will influence you as well. Now, if you have friends who are always busy, jollying every weekend, going to parties and all the likes, obviously you will not be able to save because your friends will not only be the ones spending every day, you too need to spend sometimes. And for women, it's even safer. But for the men, that you don't only need to spend on drinks but you need to also spend carrying women. Women need maintenance.
Definitely.
So for you to maintain that girl, so you keep her as yours. Yeah. So it's really, really killing a lot of our brothers and friends out there. But may God be your helper. Saving is very easy in the UAE.
Okay.
Now, know your income. Let's assume you say you're earning 5,000. 5,000 is what you get every month.
Yeah.
What do you do with your 5,000? You have rent. You have your feeding. You have, let me say, your transportation. You have family back home and you know they are expecting something from you every month.
Yeah.
Or maybe your kids are back home with your family, because if you want to say you're not taking care of your siblings and your parents, if you have your children, it's a must.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, what do you do with the money? That's when the bucket list come in. If you know how to manage your money properly, you split it at the end of the month without spending a dime. You first of all ensure you settle all your bills, then you see what you have left. Now, if you say you want to be saving 1,000 or 1,500 from that your 5,000, it's all about choice.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Where is the best place to save? UAE if you're living here, or home country if you're living in the UAE?
Home country is a no-go area.
Okay.
Except you're saying maybe you have an account back home and maybe you have a manager you're working with that you deposit your money directly. Because I remember one time I was doing something like that. Or you have a trustworthy person that you're sending your money to and the person is depositing it into your account.
Okay.
But this thing of you giving it to your mother, your father, your siblings, your friends, your bestie, you crazy.
Yeah.
I've heard several stories. I remember there was a guy, he was sending his money for his mom to save it for him. The mom was busy cooking and sending the siblings to boarding schools. When he went back home, he lost everything. And this issue of women, the day he was telling us this thing, he said he was not comfortable leaving his money in the room. So he carried all the savings he had here.
Okay.
He went out with it. Then he carried one, I don't want to call the particular nationality. He carried one lady. That lady swept everything.
Yeah.
By the time he woke up in the morning,
The lady has gone with his money.
the money was
I
gone.
made up a video. I don't know if you saw it. I kept the snippets on TikTok. I said, never you save money with your mom or your dad under their name, because every of those funds that is under your parents' name or whoever you're sending that money to is not your money legally.
Yeah.
Because should your mom drop dead, should your dad drop dead, that money in that account is like all of you.
Yeah, it's a family thing.
It's a family thing, of which even if your siblings know you were keeping money, you would know that you have terrible siblings, because they would want you to divide that money amongst all of you. So be very watchful, because some people don't want to save their money
the
here.
thing is, Bengi, the thing is, people are running away from reality.
Definitely.
Because we all know the truth.
Definitely.
But we are trying to paint it. It's my mom. Your
Yeah.
mom is human.
Definitely.
They are my brothers and sisters. Those people are humans.
Definitely.
You are their sister. But those people have their families, right?
Definitely.
Maybe she has a husband, or it's a brother. The brother has his own wife. And he's doing everything possible to ensure these people are okay.
Definitely.
We live in a very wicked world. People should be careful.
Definitely. So what key money lessons have you learned from living in Dubai?
Save all.
Okay.
See, you see the way there is expiry dates on every product.
Yeah.
You see all over the world. I would say the reality is that's how Dubai is showing us.
Yeah.
Dubai is forcing you to accept the reality that there is an expiry date to everything in the world, even your life. Though we all know one day we'll die, but we try to act like no.
Yeah.
Which means even your own life, there's an expiry date.
Okay.
Save money, because even that's your job that you have today. You can lose it any day, anytime, anyhow. You never know how it's going to happen.
Definitely.
There was a video I shared. There was a guy that we used to work in the same company, and that guy brought his brother.
Okay.
The brother joined us. Now, that guy, you know, when you have this level of confidence that these people trust me, these people like me, that's how he had confidence in his employer. There were some polls in the company. Those polls had been down for years. No one was paying attention to those polls. Now, I want people to pay attention to this, because it's going to remind you to always know the value of anything you see or touch.
Definitely.
Whether it's yours or not. These guys saw those posts. It's like there was a day he brought his friend into the company. Like maybe the friend was just visiting him. The friend came and saw that pole. The friend knew the value of that pole. The friend told him, do you know you can sell these for 500 dirhams for the 4 poles?
That's 2,000.
When he heard 2,000, hey, Maui never see money. Like that kind of free money.
Yeah.
He was very excited. He said, really? Do you know where I can find someone that can buy it? The friend said, yes. That's how the friend went, and they brought a car. Went into the company, they carried the poles, and they gave him 2,000.
Okay.
Bengis, that pole, one of those poles It's about 12,000 dirhams. One. When they carried it, that guy went for vacation. No one noticed.
Definitely.
After about a year,
Oh, okay.
they were looking for those poles. He was back home. They called him. He said, yes, I took the poles. I sold it for Kachara, 2,000. 4 poles, 2,000. He said, yes. They didn't say anything again.
They waited for him to come back.
Yeah. They were just sitting. The first day he came back with that, his brother. He came opening his, men. They called him to the office. You said you sold those poles? Yeah, confidently. Yes, I gave it for Kachara, 2,000. They called the security. Take him out. That was it. They terminated him, terminated his brother. They were even kind, because normally they were supposed to arrest him, all those things. But they just chased him away, and his brother. One thing they asked him is, do you know the value of those poles you sold? And he said no. The owner of the company was just shaking his head, and he was like, they had to chase him out. Then they told him the value before they chased him out.
And he could not even find them because it's been long. Okay, so let's talk about the passport brouhaha, because my brothers and sisters from West Africa think and believe that the type of passport you hold impact the kind of jobs you have and the kind of salaries you have in the UAE. So what is your thought about that?
The truth is, passports cannot really limit you.
Okay.
Yeah. We are all exposed to what we want.
Definitely.
Yes. And we can really achieve anything if we desire it. But for some passport holders, it boosts how much they earn.
Okay.
Yeah, based on experience.
All right.
Yeah, it boosts some of them, what they earn. And for me, I'll just say passport cannot limit you.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
passport
right.
cannot limit you. Yes, you find people you're working with who are benefiting because they have
other passports. Okay.
Or because they are speaking
dual language.
Yes. But it's not really
a thing
to really be disturbed about. You can really achieve
whatever
anything.
You want to achieve. Yeah. Okay, so as an African professional, what challenges have you faced while working here in UAE?
Being an African.
Yes.
Being an African is a challenge.
Okay.
Because, now, this is not about being the color African.
Okay.
African is African. Even those ones with the other skin color still face it.
Okay.
Because I have them around me.
Okay.
I once had a teacher that was from Tunisia.
Okay.
And when she is talking to a student, she will ask me to check if someone is around the corridor. When I was like, mais pourquoi tu fais ça souvent? She will say, parce que les gens là vont toujours dit que les Africains ont commencé. Yes, so it's not like it's about the skin color. As an African, you face challenges. But it's just the sad reality that we need to accept and live with. You know you're an African, you know sometimes you're going to face those kind of challenges. Sometimes people will try to belittle you because you're an African. So you should always be prepared.
Yeah, definitely.
For me, I'm always ready. Anyhow you come, you'll see and so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to something that we've been talking about behind the scenes. What are the key issues affecting Africans in Dubai? So how I want you to answer this is pick up the problems, and then give solutions. Maybe pick up 2 problems and then you give the solution.
The greatest thing affecting Africans in Dubai is fear.
Okay.
We just feel like I am an African, so they will always think I'm not good enough.
Okay.
But the truth is, these people envy us.
Okay.
They look the fact that you're an African. You went through the African system. Our system is unique. And because of the fact that they look at you being an African and they know, like, you're multitasking. There are so many things you can do, but you don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah. They envy you, they admire you, but now they will always come as being aggressive.
Okay.
Because they know
your
you have
capacity
something
in
they don't have. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. But you need to understand that when someone is aware that you're capable of doing several things and you're not doing them, they will come in that aggressive way, in trying to intimidate you, to just make you go inside your shells.
Okay.
So Africans should learn to be bold.
Okay.
Africans should know they are unique, they are enough.
Okay.
And just be intentional.
Okay.
And the world will embrace us whether they like it or not.
All right. All right. So that's one.
Okay.
Do you have another one?
Another problem Africans have, we feel like our educational qualifications that we come with from home are useless. I don't know who told us.
Yeah.
I don't know the people we are listening to. Now, when you're listening to someone, always, unfortunately, we say we should not judge, but we all are judging every day. This fake life is really killing all of us.
Definitely.
We need to understand that our educational system is not as bad as we are trying to paint it.
Yeah.
Because let's assume these people want us to think our educational system is bad, and we have just embraced it.
Definitely.
So if I come and look at you and tell you are an ugly girl, will you get upset?
I will definitely not get upset.
Because you know who you are. You know how you look like. Our system of education is good. We lack a few things, but it doesn't make it bad.
Definitely.
Yeah. Let me say we lack more of the practicals in our educational system. But everything about our educational system is good.
Definitely.
And our qualifications are top notch. Whoever wants to argue should argue, because for me, I know with your ordinary level, you're still way better than some people with degrees here. Or some people who acquire their degrees abroad. With your advanced level, same. With your degree, you don't get level.
Okay.
That sometimes I really feel like I feel frustrated when I meet people with degrees, when I meet people with masters and they're doing cleaning. I scratch my head to know.
Yeah.
I ask myself, what is your problem?
Because when I see people who are really very educated but they cannot land very good jobs, it makes me sad, because whenever I open my mouth to talk, I've always had people who studied in the big country ask me, did you study? Where did you study? Did you study abroad? Where did you study? You don't sound Cameroonian. You don't sound, because it's just maybe my own way of presenting myself over the years. So I've adapted a certain way of doing or talking, of which most of my counterparts from the same, they cannot really do that. So I just believe that sometimes you need to put yourself out there.
You know what you want.
Learn to communicate perfectly. Because my educational system or where I went to school is really very sound. So I just, because sometimes you talk to someone, they'll tell you I have a master's, and you ask, I had a master's from some university in the UK, and the person, I made a remark, and I said, thank you for your lashes, because the owner of the company was supposed to take us out for lunch, and I said, oh, thank you so much for the lashes. And the person who had a master's degree from the UK didn't know the meaning of lashes. Wow. And she came to ask me, because lashes means generosity. So she came to ask me, what's the meaning of lashes? And I was like, in that school you had your master's degree in, did you study in Arabic or you studied in?
That's my greatest desire. Most Africans should understand their capabilities.
Definitely.
And understand that it's because these people are intimidated. That's why they come the way they come. Now you do not pay attention to the way they are coming.
Definitely. All right, so would you recommend someone moving over to the UAE in 2025?
The biggest yes you can imagine.
Why yes?
See, UAE is welcoming.
Yeah.
UAE, I'll say UAE is like a mother opening her arms, just waiting for you to give her a hug.
Okay.
UAE is willing to pamper you if you want to be pampered.
Definitely.
It's only if you come here and you love brutality, then they're going to be brutal on you. And you will experience the worst experience you can ever imagine.
Definitely.
Number one, when coming to the UAE, do not be desperate. Have desires, have your dreams, but desperation should not be one of them. And your dreams should be something that is genuine, something that is not illegal. Yeah. So UAE is for you. UAE will make you proud if you want to be a proud person.
Definitely.
And UAE can really, really embarrass you if you love embarrassment.
Oh my days. Okay, that's really good. All right, so how would you describe the UAE in 3 words?
UAE is kind. UAE is pregnant. And UAE is a blessed land. UAE is pregnant because I would say it's a land of opportunities.
Definitely.
Irrespective of who you are and where you're coming from. Because they do not, I would say they do not discriminate. I told you when I went for interview, that lady saw me from the CCTV room, then asked I will rest before coming. So UAE is really, really pregnant. So when coming to the UAE, come with an open mind, willing to explore.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll definitely get what you're looking for.
Let's see if the UAE has gone through you. I want you to give me 3 words in Arabic and tell the viewers what they mean in English.
3 words in Arabic. First, I love my butukali, I beg. So butukali is actually color orange.
Okay.
Yalla is like hurry up. Then Habibi. Habibi, come to Dubai. My friend, come to Dubai.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
See, words in Arabic, finish my life.
To the last question, what advice would you give those who are struggling here? Like they're here, just in the same position you were 6 years ago. What advice are you going to give them?
First, I'll say know God for yourself.
Okay.
Be patient.
Definitely.
And have a dream.
Okay.
Yeah. Just have a dream and remain focused. Like, you know, this is what you want. You're not there, but
it will definitely come through.
Definitely get there.
If you put in the work. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you
don't
just
put in the work, because people sit, they think jobs will meet them in their homes. They hold money in hand, wanting to buy jobs which are not the best jobs. I don't know where my brothers and sisters got that knowledge from, having money in hand, waiting to have jobs, because the jobs you always buy are going to be the worst of jobs. Trust me. It's just 1% of it that is going to be something that you actually tend to like. Yeah. So on the last question, give a message of appreciation to the rulers of the UAE, because I'll always say it loud, they've done well.
They did. In fact, they have. And they're still doing more. Yeah. You know, I'll say God bless all the 7 leaders of the 7 Emirates of the UAE. And may God keep inspiring them.
Definitely.
You know, these people have a dream.
Definitely.
And they're not playing with that dream.
Yeah.
And it's something we need to copy. Even if you don't carry anything from the UAE, carry the fact that the 7 rulers are united.
The spirit of the union.
Yeah. Carry that with you. And then have a dream.
Yeah.
May God keep them safe, in good health. And may God keep on inspiring them.
I've learned a lot from these people. I will not tell you a lie. That's why I call myself a Spartan, okay? I don't surrender. Honestly, because with what I'm doing right now, I put a lot of cash to this, but I'm not seeing anything. But I know for sure that I'm going somewhere. And I picked up this resilience just by living in the UAE, seeing how the rulers do things. They don't surrender. They rather do it and fail, learn from it and redo. I said it before. You see the leaders here, I will talk so much about them because they've done amazingly well. All right, so guys, Thank you so much, Martha. It was a very wonderful discussion I had with this
pleasure.
beautiful lady. I will put her handles because she's also a sensational TikToker. So I'll put her handles somewhere in the description box or here. You can go over and follow her. Until then, thank you so much, beautiful people on the other side of the screen, for joining me, Naomi T, with my pretty face. Thank you for joining me today. And I say bye-bye for now. Keep watching and remain blessed. Thank you. And let's chase to the good life. Bye-bye.